Back in studio with Janita. Very excited. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I guess the first thing that we wanted to talk about, you've had one of the more unusual ways of running into your band members. Like, you ran into somebody on an aeroplane and formed an interest with one another.
Sure, yeah. I was on my way to Sydney and I was in the middle. No one likes sitting in the middle.
No.
So I just noticed this guy sitting next to me with the headphones on, air drumming for the whole trip, and I'm like, oh, he's a music. And then as soon as we were landing, he took them off, and then I just started asking him, are you a drummer? He's like, yes, how did you know?
You're like, I've been watching you this whole flight.
Yeah, we just exchanged contact details, and yeah.
Okay.
And then
you're right.
he went on to make your new EP, which is very exciting, Exotic
Yes.
Matter, and there was
Yes.
a launch the other night. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, it was a launch of our EP, Exotic Matter, and it was at Cherry Bar. It was very fun, and it's actually the launch as well for our tour that we're doing. And all the band showed up and all the people showed up. So
That's
yeah,
always a good thing.
And
Isn't it?
we know you've done a lot of travelling around Australia before. Are you excited to go back? Is this your first touring travelling? Or?
with the band, yeah.
Yep.
So with the Jaguars. So we're going to have a good time. So first we're going to WA, and then Sydney, and then coming back here, and then hopefully other places as well.
Okay. Now,
Very exciting.
because you've travelled around Australia before, do you notice any major differences in audiences between cities, or?
Well, I wasn't really travelling. I just moved around a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I stayed in Melbourne for I don't know. When I moved here, I wondered why it took so long to get here, because music scene is Melbourne.
Okay.
But the crowds in the other cities are just as supportive though.
Okay. No, because we do hear that a lot, that musos love. They come to Melbourne and then they stay.
Yeah.
It's just it's a great advertisement for them, I think.
It is. It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
And so what kind of on-stage presence do you like to adopt? What kind of feedback do you get after your shows?
Feedback. I sound like so many different girls. It's not funny. The other day I was told I sound like Alanis Morissette, and then sometimes it's Evanescence, and some people I've never heard of as well.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Awesome.
hopefully that's a good thing. But yeah, I guess stage presence, we just like to have fun and make sure there's everything's working, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay, no worries. The thing that I wanted to ask you about with the new EP, was there sort of an underlying, theme behind it? What were your thoughts with the recording process?
Well, it was our first one, so basically there's a lot of old songs on there and new ones. So there's 6 songs. So they're all very personal, I guess, of a journey in the last 5 years, I would say. So good and bad and the ugly.
Yeah, and it's a big process, especially your first EP. And it must be a relief to have it out, but you're going to miss it a bit, like working on it at all?
Is it?
Is it completely just like, thank goodness that's done?
We'll just keep on moving on and doing new stuff. That's what music is. Keep on creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Fantastic.
Very
So tell us a little bit about the tour that's coming. I know you're going to WA, but are you coming back to Melbourne at some point? Or?
Yeah. Melbourne in October. So we'll just check out our Facebook stuff. And
So check them out on Facebook.
Yeah.
You can also check them out on MySpace. You've got a whole bunch of stuff up there at the
Yep.
moment. And make sure you do check them out as soon as they get back to Melbourne in October. Thank you so much for coming
And
in.
hang around because we've got a live performance after.